I'd like to play a clip because I want to have
Sure,
him say the word, right? And then
sure.
you comment on it because it was a video that I did. So here we go.
From my way of thinking now, I don't see any real reason to use kettlebells at all. I really don't.
Why?
And I'll never use them again. And I can tell you the injuries that people have sustained. Pavel's had both elbows surgery. He was on the Joe Rogan show. Joe says, well, why do you only advocate 2 exercises? That's because that's all he can do. Can't do anything else because his elbows are all fucked up. Dan John, I respect a lot. He's an interesting guy, but he's had double hip replacement surgery. The CEO of Strong First, Brett Jones, has had 9 knee surgeries. I mean, I can go on with the back surgeries and knee surgeries and so forth. My ex-wife, DC Maxwell, hip replacement surgery. So far, thank God, I don't have any hip surgery. But I'm loath to take advice from a guy that's had joint replacement surgery.
Come on now. I mean,
It's
I have been, Steve, Steve should know. I mean, if he's listened to anything I've done, I was born with a condition called pistol grip hips.
mm,
My niece had her first hip surgery when she was 18 months old. Danielle, my niece, has the same condition.
mm.
My brother has the same condition in only one of his legs, my cousin Joey in one of his legs. And it's not unusual for people in my family to have to get total hip replacements because of this condition called pistol grip hips. Instead of having a ball joint, you have more of a, it looks like that. It
Oh,
looks like
wow.
and the day I was born, according to my doctor, I was going to have to get a total hip replacement. So I guess the only thing that bothers me about Steve saying that is that I have been more than candid. I have said this 1,000 times. Everybody who spends 5 minutes with me knows that that's,
Hmm.
I mean, it's like, see this? See that right there? See that eye? It's blue. Well, I have blue eyes. And the day I was born, I had blue eyes, and I've had blue eyes since the day I was born. And if Steve wants to get on me for not having brown eyes, I appreciate that too. But that's just simply DNA. Um, to be honest with you, Steve bringing me up like that, I will use my teacher voice. I am disappointed in him. I would have expected more. Any level of academic integrity would have had him at least ask anybody. He could ask Stu McGill because Stu knows this. Stu uses me as his poster boy for what he calls the Celtic hip. Yeah. So, I mean, I actually take this is going to sound strange, Gregory, but I actually take it a little bit personally because this is like ripping on somebody for the color of their skin or maybe their issues with any issues with birth. I will, upon my death, if I do go to heaven and if my mother and father are there, I will scold them mightily for giving me this gift. And I'll tell them that Steve Maxwell is very angry with them. I'm sure that's what's going to happen.
Then
You know,
I don't mean to stir up the pot.
No,
I
you're
hope, I hope, but it's, he said it, and, he said it in a, when you listen to the video, I can send it to you afterwards, and maybe if you have time, you can, but he said it in a condescending manner about Pavel, and he said, about you, he said, Dan John, I quote, he said, Dan John, I respect the man, but he had hip replacement. So, conveying the idea, the kettlebells lead
Oh,
to
yeah,
problems,
that's
you see? So what is
no,
your
no,
take
no.
on?
And my point is that we don't need to discuss this anymore because
All right.
he is, let's like the basketball players I work with that are well over 2 meters tall. The reason many people who want to play basketball don't play basketball is because they're way under 2 meters tall.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you're a little white kid from Salt Lake City who's this tall and you want to play professional basketball, ain't going to happen because you're not tall enough. And you might not be playing it with good enough people. And that's just, so I'm not going to blame a kid for not being tall enough, but let him do whatever he wants to do. I mean, We have different lifestyles, the two of us, and different views on things.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like it, consider subscribing if you want to see more kettlebell content. And if you're looking for a kettlebell program that builds you up from a beginner to a slowly advanced trainee in the course of about 3 months, and you maybe want to combine it with some easy to follow nutrition coaching, because maybe you want to lose weight or you want to get in shape, then check out 90 Days of Kettlebells. You find the link in the description. 14-day free trial included.